Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on Pachino Stalemate. North we have Theodosios, the man, not the Emperor, fighting for freedom, democracy, and liberty. Here with the US 2nd Infantry Division with armoured and assault units being planned out amongst other things, and riflemen. And in the southeast it is Lisan al-Gaib fighting here for the German army. Deutschland. Here with the 55th Infanterie Division. So grenadiers out there, no battle friend, but yeah, armoured remains just the most used USF battle group. It is, as I keep pointing out, very much the gut motor of Coh3.
Location secured.
Except you basically get an even better T-3035, even cheaper. So, setting out here in both directions for both players. Nothing too wildly surprising here, and of course, most of the focus will tend to be on the north side, because this is where the big accessible cutoff points that defend the big fuel points on this map are. So this does tend to create this map sort of having a bit of a northern tilt, if you will. It's sort of weighted more towards the north because of that a lot of the time. Barbed wire here to, of course, make it harder for the opponents to cut points there. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast, and a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking my videos. And finally, big thanks to Sam for pledging on Patreon and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. So big thanks to you, Sam, you wonderful person, you. Pioneers on South making progress. Assault units moving forwards with their M3 grease gun, which was basically the US Army's attempt at making a much cheaper and easier to produce version of the Thompson submachine gun that would also just perform better. As the Thompson actually had a variety of issues besides the aforementioned cost and price level. Even if the US Army could afford it, they still wanted it cheaper. But it was pretty heavy for a submachine gun and kind of unwieldy, plus the recoil wasn't actually that great either. Whereas the M3 grease gun kind of fixed a lot of those issues. Sure didn't have the same rate of fire, but it was a lot more controllable. In fact, they would use the grease gun right up till Operation Desert Storm, that at that point it was mostly used with tank crews for self-defense. Third Grenadiers go for Lisan Gaib, more riflemen out of Theodosios. North East Grenadiers plans about clashing with the scouts. Cut off point, of course, they're wide open. Basically the sandbags barbed wire. Theodosios, or Lisan al-Gaib, may take no chances with Theodosios, though I imagine Theodosios is taking no chances either. Third round squad there for Theodosios. First shots fired here, around there we go, straight for the cut-off point. Need to dispatch forces to, of course, defend his cut-off point. He will cut off from fuel, which, of course, is exactly what Theodosios is trying to achieve. Cheeky fellow. In the south, Pioneers withdrawing here from the assault units. They absolutely have no chance they're winning. 3 versus 5. There we go. Cut-off point secured. Grenadiers staying from his own side. And here Theodosios just retreats. He could have kept fighting there, but it would have been such a poorly, favoured engagement for him that it'd just be a waste of manpower in most cases. And so withdrawing here just makes more sense. I mean, he's already done the damage. He's forced Lisan to withdraw 2 squads to deal with 1 squad, towards his own rear line. So just in that one move, even, basically kills no grenadiers, it does cause, a lot of other, minor elements that sort of flown his way. Officer squad is here for Lisan al-Gaib. Definitely noting that there's few more Valor players actually skipping that entirely, going for much lighter tier 1s, but Lisan is definitely not one of those gentlemen. No, sir. Got the Pioneers for the Flamen of Alpha. No battle group yet for Lisan, but I'm guessing this is going to be mechanized, because it's increased the number 1 battle group as well for the Wehrmacht. The Luftwaffe remains fairly popular, even breakthrough a bit, but mechanized does tend to see a lot of play. Basically, it's one of the primary ways of trying to push back against mechanized and the EC8s. The big push here by Lisan al-Gaib. Grenadiers charging forwards, right from there being scorched, shot at, and probably had some insults hurled at them as well. Southern Fuelpan falling, sneaking up. Big good play there by Theodosios. It's the assault units that are hard at work. And moving up to flash out the scouts. They want to merge here soon enough. If he insists on keeping the Pioneers at the front line, there we go. Cut off hit there. So good response here, Lisan al-Gaib. Of course, again, losing the south here, it will somewhat undercut the advantage there. Panzer Grenadier Company, so still mid-ish tier 1 there. Not too heavy, but not light either. Leipzig actually goes for Panzer Grenadiers. They've definitely been seeing a steady rise in the Wehrmacht metagame as of late. Whereas MD42s definitely remain more at the edge of it. Like, some players will definitely go for MD42s, but it's definitely also hard to not notice many more Wehrmacht players are just not really bothering with them that much. Despite the buffs. Yeah, good disruptive play with the assault engineers. Don't think he's laid down any mines, which of course would be great here to further mess with his opponent. Bunkers on the way there for Lisan al-Gaib, thumbs up. And Panzer Grenadier Company will be for the Pack 40 first, or will it be the Panzer Grenadiers? And it is in fact Panzer Grenadiers. It is in fact the Panzer Grenadier. They've definitely seen a bit of a surge again after having actually been, like, for at least the last couple of weeks, I feel like, not really been seeing much play. Motor pool Theodosios, rapid deployment. No weapon support center, which definitely is a bit of a surprise. It's definitely a lot more popular, but seems like some players are, you know, migrating back to Greyhounds and such. So there you go, Panzer Grenadiers out here for Lisan al-Gaib. Equipped with the Sturmgewehr 44.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Grenadiers basically using points in the south, but really good to start play Theodosios again, like just really cutting off so much terrain here from Lisan. Still no battle group from him, but again, expecting mechanized, so... And likely for Panthers, the Vesper. A lot of the early stuff just doesn't matter, in particular this kind of build he's going anyways. Got the recovery tanks, he's going to go for War Machine as soon as possible. There you go. Quick Stielhandgranate. Cuban here, like, really hurting this on Gaib's fuel economy here. Calls brilliantly effective play there by Theodosios. It's only also highlighting the plight here of Lisan al-Gaib. So definitely not going easy from Pioneers closing in and going for the rifle, burning through the Yankees, but taking a fair bit of damage there. More Panzers like Lisan al-Gaib. Definitely.
We've lost a sector.
Will certainly help put pressure on the infantry. In fact, more rifle out Theodosios, but he's also got a Greyhound on the way, of course. That's getting rushed out, so he could actually hit Lisan al-Gaib before that squad of Panzer Grenadiers is ready, allowing him to cancel and go for Pack 40, because he's going to need something to counter that Greyhound. Captain Jones there, getting overwhelmed by the Germans. There we go, merging. Thumbs up, need to get the Grenadiers out there before they get absolutely incinerated. And there you go, second Panzer Grenadier squad has arrived. He can still theoretically go for the Pack 40 soon enough. Apparently he hasn't finished his medic bunker, it's just sort of like half finished there. So, while I'm finishing this, are we waiting for the concrete to dry? I think this already looks pretty dry, Jürgen.
Enemy movement near victory point.
And there you go, bunker ready, can upgrade the officers' quarters for the Panzer Grenadier Company. No Pack 40 yet. It's got 2 Panzer Grenadier quarters, so that's a fair amount of Sturmgewehr, and there we go. We do get mechanized. Not really a surprise. Even remotely.
Pushed us off a sector.
Looks like trying to catch the ground here with the Pantherfaust, but that obviously is not going to work out. And even if it did, it wouldn't like damage the engine and like cause any significant issues there, and he might even lose more Grenadiers, so not really, I think, an overall solid move there. South side Grenadiers Rifle, but up close again, Rifle will definitely have the advantage, and with another squad nearby. Already turning into a pretty weak engagement there for Lisan al-Gaib. Medic bunker halfway done. Needs to retreat now. In fact, probably should have retreated sooner. Anti-tank guns out of Theodosios. Just in case of like anything that could theoretically threaten his Greyhound in vehicle form. Not that I'm sure what that would be. So, heavy fighting across the south frontier, more German troops arriving. Reinforcing and healing here, we got fresh push in the cutoff point, using the scouts to quickly try and sever the German supply lines. And there you go, anti-tank guns out for Theodosios, Lisan al-Gaib with his own Pack 40, the Panzer Abwehrkanone 40. BAR's on the way for Theodosios. And while the Pak-40 certainly was the intended anti-tank gun by this period of the war, they didn't really have enough equipment enough, so in many cases German units, depending on what they were graded at, would typically have to make do with other things, like either older German anti-tank guns of low caliber or captured/converted enemy anti-tank guns. Fun fact. Soviet anti-tanks in particular were heavily used for this purpose, part because they captured a lot of them during the start of the war. And their business, the Panzergrenadier. Skirmishing fun here, Graham as the Panzergrenadiers. Pak-40 though, moving up here and misses the Greyhound at a near point-blank range. That's a bit rubbish there for Lisan. Al-Gaib. Stug D there lined up. Pretty typical. Also, this current metagame with the Wehrmacht, people just don't bother with the Achtrad because by the time it hits, the timing is just quite frankly not very good for it now after the nerfs. So people now prefer the Stug D as it's just, better timed. Since it doesn't hit as fast, it's, fine in a sense. And, it can take a few more hits while blasting stuff, plus you get Starstorm. So people are now gravitating towards the Stug D, and the Wehrmacht Achtrad has just kind of been pushed to the side.
Defend our victory point! We're losing it!
57 needs orders.
They've captured a victory point.
Slow skirmish over the centre. Up north, the German forces at the ready. We got the bars, of course, now as well for Theodosios, providing him with a significant boost here. Versus Lisan Al-Gaib. Hands on the Greyhound, Pak-40 there. Scores a hit and double Faust. Anti-scoring a hit and knocking out the Greyhound. Good win there for Lisan Al-Gaib. Definitely it's going to put some pain in Theodosios. That was really good there for him. He definitely needed something like that. South side, Panzers bashing the way through. Got the advanced logistics there, of course, for Theodosios to make his troops cheaper to enforce. North, the German forces to push back, some due to the sheer amount of firepower. The two squads with BARs can simply put displays on the Germans there. In fact, he's upgrading additional BARs here. Thumbs up to Theodosios.
Victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Another step. You hear me?
War machine up, mines going off. Honestly, a bit surprised he's not really bothering with the Scots at all, because most users of place when they go for armor, like one of the primary reasons they're going for it, is because they can get out Scots pretty fast. So that is an interesting twist. Lisan Al-Gaib, though, can go for the Stug 3D now if he wants to, does he? Yes, he does. There you go. Sturmgeschütz 3 aus für den D. Cut-off point for ones are going to be hit. I mean, Theodosios just keeps it up with that map control. That pressure.
It's on, boys. I'm head back.
Now we got the Stug and we got the Starstorm. Also means that Lisan Al-Gaib does have a fair amount more infantry, 6 squads versus 4, though of course 3 of his squads are grenadiers. Whereas again, all 4 of Theodosios' men are riflemen, so he's got 6. There's definitely a bit of a difference in quality between some of the elements there. Stug charging in, going for the rifle, forced retreat. Theodosios, of course, no, he actually does not retreat. I would expect him to actually retreat in the face of the mighty Stug. And now the Starstorm as well there, I would imagine, yeah, does ultimately force Theodosios' hand. Panzergrenadiers causing havoc here behind Theodosios' lines.
We've taken them down to 300 points, Commander.
Less than 300 points left here for Lisan Al-Gaib.
Point.
Starstorm for the cutoff. Keeping the Stug D either hidden here in reserve or he's just forgotten about it. You never quite know.
The victory point is under enemy control now.
Back to full strength.
Yep, moving it up, so I guess he forgot about it briefly there.
They've cut us off.
There goes Stug D at the ready. Could of course consider adding the Pinamite machine for a bit of added anti-infantry damage.
We've lost control of a sector.
The rifleman charging forward, Stug D is set up. Anti-tank and rifleman going to need to be careful here. He does end up with a damaged engine in front of the anti-tank, and that's a great way to lose your Stug D. Rather than keeping the assault, Starstorm laying on hair fire. The MD-42 and the G for the fees doing as much as they can here. Grenade would be great here. Stug D supporting. Heavy damage to the rifleman, and there goes Steelhunt Grenade assault. Rifleman retreating through it. almost had a wipe in Theodosios. Very fortunate there for Theodosios that the Lisan al-Gaib's grenades weren't quite fully up to the task there. That could have been quite painful there with the full rival squad wiped, and it actually made me drop the bar for the Germans to pick up there. Now with this, Lisan al-Gaib, of course, also very emboldened, tasting success. Or possibly just Cordite. He charges in there. Further south, grenades push back. This one used Chaffee's on the way for Theodosios. No ECH anytime soon for him. There we got the M24 Chaffee light tank. On the 20 with 276. I think Lisan here might have forgotten about his grenadiers. Chaffee rolling forward here. Stu de-engaged. Pack 40 setting up here. And he's sneaking up. Will Theodosios take the bait? Possibly, yes. Could lose the Chaffee here if he's not careful. No. Oh, no. Oh, he almost had it there. Miss opportunity for Lisan al-Gaib actually taking out this Chaffee. Pantherfires deciding just to fizzle out. I mean, Pantherfires were actually known for being somewhat prone to have issues. Partly because they were being mass-produced at like a massive rate. So that was pretty much, you know, impossible not to happen. Yeah, lucky Theodosios there.
Grenades are on their way to us.
Grenades for Theodosios. Cancels them. Not want to pull those panzer grenades back before he pulls back a stump of them. Stu D back in action. Oh, yeah, he might have stuck around a bit too long there. No, somehow managed it. Talk about lucky there in return. Stu blasting away further south. Grenadiers pushing forwards. Second anti-tank for Theodosios. Faced. Oh, cancels it actually. He actually goes for just more riflemen. Which does tend to be also fairly typical for many high rank USF players that go for armor. They just go for a lot of riflemen. Because again, with infantry support, and they can just reinforce them for cheap, and then you fuck turn war machine, you just don't have to worry about that much about manpower. So it's a sort of very perverse set of incentives there for the USF for the way the battle group and USF in general is like structured. So Panzer Company therefore Lisan al-Gaib, thumbs up. Till they call in to flash out the Stars Turbine.
We're losing a fuel. Water crew and tubes standing by.
And he's catching the last squad here, starts him withdrawing. And further up north, Scars falls back. Starts him rolling up. Low on health though. I definitely say here Lisan al-Gaib needs to consider this engagement a bit more carefully.
We must act.
But pops the Stars Assault here. And we actually see Theodosios loses the Assault Engineers.
They've captured a victory point.
Almost lose the Rav Squad on the process as well. That was a really good turnaround there for Lisan al-Gaib. His Panzer Company is ready. Could soon go for Panther 4s or Panzers. You could even go for more Stars Turbine.
The enemy holds all victory points.
Actually turn the Stug D. So, no Panama machine gun there. Rather than cleaning up north here, we got more soldiers up for Theodosios, because, well, he does need something to repair his tanks with. And of course, Minesweeper's also a really good investment, though. Lisan al-Gaib, and this is certainly one thing worth pointing out, I don't think it's laid down any mines whatsoever, except right then and there. Yeah. And there you go, Lisan al-Gaib with a Panzer 4. Not going for a Panther anytime soon, despite because it can, but so far, I mean, he's only up against a Chaffee. A Panther would certainly be in the overkill, in the wrong direction kind of department, because it's going to be like completely overdoing it on the Chaffee and then be useless against the infantry. So it would not be the ideal pick here.
We're losing it. Return fire.
I mean, you could arguably consider Sturmpanzer against all these riflemen, but a Panther feels like not a bad choice either.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Victory points once Theodosios maintains a healthy lead over Lisan, at least for now, but as things change, of course, that is slowly going to be whittled down.
Rifles losing integrity. Rounds complete.
Requisition
Mortars well about here for
front line.
Theodosios. Missed that one. He's actually using deployed smoke here. Thumbs up. Pressure on the center there. Go Pantherfall joining in the front, adding the pinlock machine gun to that one. He's actually out to the Stug as well, by the way. Thumbs up.
Victory points are under enemy control.
And now Chaffee going for the Stug's flank. Really good use of the smoke here to creep up on the Stug D. Though, clearly not willing to fully commit and try and get behind the Stug D there, but I do like the idea behind it in the end. Starts with Rob Squad and the captain.
Damn it! Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
In the center, Lisan gave orders another assault. Pushing the men forwards through the bombed out streets of Pachino here. Pioneers push back. And Pioneers is sneaking around deep behind Theodosius' lines again.
We can't stay here.
Meanwhile, continued offensive action around the center west here is putting Theodosius into a bit of an uncomfortable position. The two Panzer Gurney squads coming about here.
We must pull this back. We're down to 300 points.
And if we'll need repairs.
We have a backlog of command. M8 howitzer carriages are available, Commander.
Scott's ready and can actually then go for the EC8. The question is, does he want to build a tank depot? Does he just want to call them in? I mean, arguably, with War Machine, long term, the best choice, of course, is just going to be like building these EC8s. But he could, of course, just decide he just wants to call them in.
Units report the Krauts are down to 250 points.
So, certainly raises some questions there as to what exactly his game plan is.
Leave him. To pull his finger out. Grenade! Rifles losing integrity.
Bit artillery fire around the center. South side American forces beating back the Germans, so they do get some stars being rushed in here. Ready to face off against the Amerikanen, the Yankees. Panther Force Stug D holding up here. Scots rushing forward into the Pentagon's line of fire. Force back here. Chaffee setting up, pulling ahead here for democracy, liberty, freedom. Panther Force charging in here. Shoots, misses though. Starstorm gaining Metty too, but they're also gaining a lot of casualties here. Lisan got like a ton of command points floating. Not really doing anything else with them here now. Of course, the Theodosius can like just go for whatever you see it model he wants, I guess.
Enemy movement near victory point.
American advance continues here.
Victory point.
Theodosius
now
is
under enemy
ruthless.
control.
Almost got a triple cap here against Lisan Gate once more. But failed in the north here, in the south center. Oh, there you go, got this in the back. 75 versus 76. Pretty close to each other in terms of kill-death ratio at the moment. Pretty close.
They have 200 points remaining. A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Incoming. Look, boys, fresh boots.
A victory point is under enemy
Bit of
control
quiet.
now.
Both sides taking a breather here, preparing for the next move. Looks like the Lisan side of next move looks to be perhaps swing up for the south, getting behind Theodosius' front line here.
Victory point.
Not a bad move if coordinated properly. Though still no battle group choice there from him. He's definitely keeping his cards close to himself here now. Perhaps too close. Up north, rifle force back here with the Grenadiers and the Starstorm. A mighty force of German infantry. Stug D just hanging back. They're fighting a sort of artillery support role here. Panther Force flanking him, but that again, more support. I don't think it's going to work out too well. In the south here, Rav Squad going for the Panzer. Going to need a report on them. Popped. Another Panther Force for Lisan al-Gaib. But still, nothing else sort of in terms of his battle group there. As for Theodosios, it does look like he's not going to go for the tank depot at all. Actually going to go for the call-in EC8s. Which is definitely a choice. Not sure it's one I'd go for, but that is just me. Oh, Star's about to get wiped out here. I don't think Lisan's paying attention, and he lost them. He lost the Starstorm. A massive blow to the German player. He can replace them here. But still, would be ideal if he didn't have to. Chaffee, I think, missing opportunity to take out the Panther 4 as well. So, of course, it might be the Theodosios figuring he might be getting a bit too confident, and so rather like, you know, tries to control himself a bit and like, you know, overcommit. Armored side skirts, and there we go. We do in fact get the call-in EC8 rather than the buildable one.
They've taken our victory point.
Meaning he's paying a fair bit of price there for his tanks that way.
Give him an answer, boys.
But he does also get more Swannies to support them, so. 270 to 94. Theodosios still maintaining a strong lead over Lisan al-Gaib here. EC8 on the move. There you go, big center assault here. Though without much armored support, this is going to be a bit painful here for Theodosios, as his men are far from protected from high explosive shells. EC8 looks like it's going to set up for a deeper flank here against Lisan al-Gaib. American gunners faced with the Panther Force in the center.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
And there you go, EC8 going for it. Good shot there, Chaffee joining in. There you go, Pack 40 supporting. East Panther Force almost knocked out. Could he finish it off here? No. Close though, close.
Enemy won't let up.
In the center, the Stoop D setting up shop here is a bit risky for Lisan al-Gaib. Meanwhile, EC8, Panther Force keeping us the EC8, Chaffee, and EC8 Lunhami need repairs.
A victory point is under attack.
Alright, Pitt's lunch got ruined. Damn, they ruined my lunch, the goddamn Krauts.
Victory point now under enemy control.
All I got left are my martinis.
Purpose, boys.
Got the officers' quarters there for the Panzer Company at Lisan al-Gaib. Not really doing much more with his battle group still. He's got 14 points, but he's doing nothing with them.
Pass out the kit. Upgrades in.
Defend our victory point. We're losing.
Didn't get the field point, but I guess he wants to prioritize the victory points. Can't fault him entirely for that.
Keep your heads down.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Airburst shells. Ooh, bomb grenade and mortar. Almost had it, actually.
A mortar team has been taken out.
Got the mortar team, actually, there in the south. Panzer gives us the Rifle Squad here. Ace-level rifle as the Panzer popping. Automatic fire. Perhaps a bit too early there. Considering his opponent could, of course, throw a grenade, and he did. We got Veteran 3 on the Panzer Grenadiers, which does provide them with a nice bit of a boost there. Extra health, extra accuracy, and, of course, a cheaper bundle grenade. Like, it becomes half as expensive, which is definitely a pretty good thing to have. Lisan al-Gaib, not really doing much with this battle group. I suppose you could go for another Panther Force soon. Only seems like a very safe bet to make here.
That's it. We're locked and loaded.
American Force rolling forward into the Panther Force line of fire. Shots flying off the armor. Stu D hanging back. Chaffee's flanking in, rather moving forwards here. Heavy fire there, Pack 48, ambush position. Now the player, they're really trying to outmaneuver each other. They're just sort of trying to like, push all the fighting through the center, which is definitely... Oh! Chaffee there takes a full set of volleys here and survives. Panzer Grenadiers also surviving, though it is definitely a very close call there for Lisan al-Gaib. $15 command points and still not really doing much for the rest of the battle group here.
Enemy movement near victory point.
Okay, there we go. In fact, as I say that, he picks it. Honestly, Buildup Panther, Spotting Scopes, Vesper, and then of course Sing Artillery. Another Panther on the way.
Enemy infantry, hold it in.
A fuel point is being seized by the enemy.
198 was 188. Panther 4, they're getting smothered there with armor-piercing shells.
One of our sectors.
Theodosios' head on assault for the center is repulsed. Without too significant casualties. Panther 4 joins the field. He got 191, 188. Time is a bit frozen. The casualty-wise, they're still pretty close to each other. No other player having much an advantage there. The resource-wise, Theodosios is definitely floating more than Lisan al-Gaib. Floating a fair bit more. Got another Chaffee on the way there. Right from the south, they're getting absolutely demolished with the German panzers.
Chaffee light tank is accounted for.
Another Chaffee ready. Bit surprised he'd go for a Chaffee when he's like, might just want to stay up for like another EC8 here, but clearly something compelled Theodosios to consider another Chaffee and go for it.
The enemy have us over a barrel. Our barracks are under attack.
And here we go, Lisan al-Gaib man, so take here. Theodosios in terms of victory points, tiny lead though, but is elite. And there you go, Panther's going in. Aggressive pushes, Stu D's upon as well here. Going in for the fun, and Sing Artillery also being deployed here. Ripping up party of the Theodosios support weapons. Panther 4 down though. Panther 4's 2D flanking in, catching Theodosios' armor in a bit of a pincer. But his armor's being isolated and he's going for the remaining Panther 4 that's on his own. Sharp play by Theodosios. Managed to turn the table then, otherwise imposing assault here to Lisan al-Gaib. And with that, he's taking out 2 Panther 4s without losing a single tank himself. He has lost some infantry. Of course, the attack, I think, could have executed better to get away a bit without seeing artillery, and the tanks overall could have been coordinated both with more infantry and other elements, so... Good work for Theodosios, but certainly could also have done some better work on Lisan al-Gaib's part. We'll have to see who follows up next. Ireland 72, 185. German armor once being pushed into the furnace of war here. Clock continues to take here against Theodosios. Lisan al-Gaib continues to just push forward to apply pressure.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Sun looking rough here for Theodosios. Clock is ticking against him now. Scouts with the BR going for the Grenadiers here. In the center though, we got a big charge here with Theodosios. Supported by his anti-tank gun. Takes out the Panther 4 there. And we could very well see the Stu D cleared out here, but also the Ace Pack crew. Really not good stuff here for Lisan al-Gaib. Pack crew wipe. Stu D destroyed. So he's lost both the Stu D and his remaining Panther 4 and only took out one of his opponent's Chaffee tanks. This is looking pretty bad now for Lisan al-Gaib. Like, his odds just took an absolute nosedive.
New recruits in. Rifles reinforced. Point captured, and boy, oh boy, is Jerry pissed about it.
152,83. So, like, does Lisan al-Gaib like have like any significant chance in this round? I mean, theoretically, you could try about the Panthers are more elite infantry, but even then, tactically, he needs to like stop obsessing so much about the center, start playing more to the rest of the map here. So the Theodosios, it does look like he's going to go for another Shermanese hit call in here.
They've taken our victory point. Enemy movement near victory point.
There we go, Glenn is right. We do in fact get a Panther at Lisan al-Gaib.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
151 was on the 76. Got a wipe there with the Shermanese hit, leaving now Lisan al-Gaib with just 2 Panzer Grenadier squads and some Grenadiers and Pioneers. Starting to look pretty rough here for Lisan al-Gaib versus Theodosios, and Theodosios is about to call in another Sherman EC8 group, which will certainly only further leave Lisan al-Gaib in a very exposed position. There you go, popping the high explosive shells there. I think. All the way, Panther out there for Lisan al-Gaib, the Panzerkampfwagen 5 Ausführung. Sherman EC8 just rolling up the Germans here in the center-south axis. And the center, an attempt to grab the center victory point out from the American noses is very much falling apart here due to a spirited American defense. Ace Panther under with Brad Pitt at the helm there versus the Panther. Only veterans who won. There you go, flanking with the Chaffee. Not looking good here for Lisan al-Gaib, failing to deal with the Chaffee fast enough, trying to focus out the ECA. He's going to lose that Panther without doing too much with it, so massive blow here to Lisan al-Gaib. With that, we do get a surrender. GG, game over. A brutal match, but I definitely think it was defined a bit by too much fighting around the center, not enough fighting in the center, but not fighting around the center, like, you know, needs to like maneuver around it. I think those were one of the issues there. Plus some at times questionable unit preservation for Lisan al-Gaib, I think did not assist him either. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, I learned something from it. This is Imperial Machine, cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye everyone.